Among the many geological structures scattered across the planet, there are some that draw special attention, not just because of their shape or size, but due to the unconventional interpretations they inspire. Their geometric precision, unusual positioning, or acoustic properties give rise to not only scientific theories, but also alternative versions that challenge the limits of traditional geology. In the deserts of Yemen, far from typical travel routes, lies a mysterious geological site, the volcano known as Stump el-Dale. At first glance, it appears to be an extinct crater. But when viewed from above, it looks more like the cut trunk of a giant tree. Perfectly circular edges, a flat top, radial cracks resembling wood fibers, and ring-like patterns, much like growth rings. This uncanny resemblance has given rise to an alternative theory, that Stump el-Dale is in fact the remnant of a prehistoric silicon-based tree, part of a giant form of ancient plant life that once existed on Earth. Supporters of this idea compare Stump el-Dale to other unusual formations, such as Table Mountain in South Africa or the basalt columns of Ireland, and see in them the petrified remains of ancient trees from a long-lost world. The scientific explanation is more restrained. Geologists identified Stump el-Dale as a maar, a tuff cone formed by a phreatomagmatic explosion, which occurs when magma comes into contact with underground water. Such eruptions create flat-floored circular craters. Over time, erosion smooths the terrain, enhancing the natural symmetry. The cracks in the local volcanic rocks, especially the tuffs, can genuinely resemble tree fibers. There are no signs of recent volcanic activity in the area, no lava flows or fresh layers. Everything appears frozen in time, as if this structure was formed in its final state and has remained unchanged ever since. It is this feeling of completion that fuels the sense of artificial design, or forgotten history. Almost nothing is known about Stump el-Dale. Online sources are rare, mostly without references or proper analysis. Photos and videos are extremely limited, and detailed information is practically non-existent. It almost feels like this place is being deliberately ignored. But it does exist. You can easily find it. Just open Google Maps. See for yourself, and draw your own conclusions. Located on the Isle of Staffa in Scotland, Fingal's Cave is one of the most geometrically precise natural formations known to us. Its interior is made up of nearly perfect hexagonal columns that stretch from floor to vaulted ceiling, giving the entire cave the appearance of man-made architecture. The acoustics are remarkable. Ocean waves crashing inside create deep, layered echoes, making the cave sound like a giant stone organ. According to mainstream geology, Fingal's Cave was formed around 60 million years ago by the cooling of basaltic lava, which led to the formation of these polygonal columns, a phenomenon also seen at Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. However, the cave's extreme symmetry, acoustic resonance, and isolated location have long inspired alternative interpretations. One hypothesis suggests the cave may be part of an ancient technological complex, where the columns and their harmonic properties served a functional role. Proponents point to the almost impossible precision and repetition of the shapes, difficult to imagine as merely the result of random cooling processes. Another theory links the cave to the idea of silicon-based life, the suggestion that, in prehistoric times, life forms built not on carbon but on silicon may have existed. In this context, The columnar formations are seen as mineralized biological remnants. Similar theories have been voiced about other basaltic sites, including Devil's Tower in the United States. Despite a lack of definitive evidence supporting these alternative views, Fingal's Cave continues to fascinate, not just as a geological curiosity, but as a possible key to an unrevealed chapter in Earth's history. Its symmetry, isolation, and musical design all suggest that it might be something more than just a natural formation. On the coast of New Zealand's South Island at Koekohe Beach lie dozens of stone spheres known as the Moeraki boulders. These giant stones are almost perfectly spherical. Some reach up to 3 meters in diameter and weigh several tons. Many have cracked open, revealing hollow chambers lined with crystals. Their appearance is so unusual that they attract not only tourists, but also researchers who challenge standard geological explanations. According to the conventional view, the Moeraki boulders are concretions, mineral structures that slowly form within sedimentary layers around a central core, such as a bone fragment or shell. In the case of Moeraki, the process took millions of years. Eventually, coastal erosion removed the surrounding clay, exposing the spheres. Scientists estimate these boulders are more than 60 million years old. But not everyone agrees with this explanation. Their near-perfect shapes, dense internal structure, and lack of chaotic defects seem too precise to be accidental. Alternative researchers compare the Moeraki boulders to the stone spheres of Costa Rica, suggesting both may share a technological or symbolic origin, or perhaps be remnants of a lost global system from a prehistoric age. Some even propose that these stones are linked to energy structures or ancient technologies based on knowledge of geometry, resonance, and mineral interaction. In this view, the boulders are not random concretions, but the ruins of objects that once had an entirely different purpose. Despite the presence of scientific theories, these formations retain a deep sense of mystery. Their flawless geometry, unusual features, and historical context give the impression that we are looking at just a small piece of something much greater. Perhaps the fragment of a lost mechanism or knowledge buried deep in time. Information about places like this is extremely limited. There are almost no formal studies, data is scattered, and online mentions are vague and often unverified. This only adds to their enigmatic aura. Perhaps these natural wonders hold answers to questions about forgotten stages in Earth's development and humanity's own origins. That's all for today. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.